afternoon, Stitch Roadies. Welcome to my Stitchy chair. I have been having somewhat of a challenging time. I have reached that point, I think, where everything makes you get teary. Not even sad stuff, it's just stuff that makes you teary. I mean, are you guys there yet? Well, if you're not, it's coming. And if you're there, we're in it together, aren't we? I mean, I was telling my sister, I can start crying at the store when the tomatoes look so beautiful. Aren't they just fabulous? I mean, it's bad. It's bad. Yeah. It's a very weird feeling. I mean, I'm a crier anyway. I cry at the Shrek movie, or Minions, or, so, it's part of my makeup. But I realized that just little things were bringing tears to my eyes. So that's where I'm at now. So it's really great to have a stitchy distraction. I am so happy about that, and it has occupied my mind on when I am able to go out, that there are things that I am going to stockpile a little bit, and number one is all the FFO supplies. I am quite envious of those people that can just go in their closet and pull out a frame, or like Java Girl, she just goes to her bathroom and whips a decoration and repurposes it. I asked Becca from SamBrie Stitches where she keeps everything. I think I just want to go shop at her house. Yeah, she's got good taste and she definitely finds stuff. So but a lot of you are in the same boat as I am, that who would have anticipated anything like this? And it is challenging because we're now entering that phase where some things are going to be opening up and available, but then there's going to be a lot of pushback too. So you're going to have to, the way I have it figured out, is you're going to have to make your list. I'm not a list maker. I'm the person that goes to the grocery store and comes back home and goes, oh man, and then turns around and has to go back. When I got a smartphone, I got a little bit better, but there's definitely like poster board, double-sided tape, just all kinds of things that I think I'm going to have to stockpile a little bit. Who cares about the toilet paper? I need the FFO stuff. Yeah, but I have been stitching, and I love that I'm getting somewhat organized as far as the days, because I have to say that right now making a choice or a decision is extremely difficult. I'm like all over the board. My little ADHD brain is like on overdrive, and so having some structure where I'm still in charge somewhat, I'm still the CEO of the brain, has been good, but having some structure. So Tuesday is tree day when I stitch on my trees, the 7th is the day I work on my birthday start. That type of structure is really great for me. And wow, an eagle just flew over. I had to look out the window. Yeah, so I am loving that part of it. I am still learning about how I'm going to structure everything, and I'm tweaking it. There's no hard and fast rules. The board meets and goes, okay, that's not working for me, and then we change our minds. So I think that we all have to try to find a way to be at peace with not knowing. And that's the hardest part G and I talked about today, is that it's the not knowing that's difficult. So we'll have to just see. We'll just have to see. But what I do know is that I am going to be a prepper when it comes to my crafting materials. In whatever form that takes, I'm going to be a prepper. I have been stitching a lot. I have been quilting a lot. I have been reading a little. I have enough variety here to keep me motivated, and yesterday was such a beautiful day, temperature-wise, just perfect, that I spent most of the day weeding all my flower beds, and I'm quite proud of that. And I know that I think we have a decent day tomorrow, and then we get back into the spring weather around here, which means there'll be some drizzle, there'll be some low temperatures, you won't be sitting out on the porch, that kind of thing. But that'll go on just for a week, and then we'll be back into warmer weather, which will be nice, I think that will change my attitude about everything. So I was going to stitch with you a little today. I don't know if we'll have time, because I sure have a lot to share with you. I am going to start with my whips. I have my journal, which I got off of Amazon, and it is just it blows my mind that it's already going to be May. Yeah, May 1st, tomorrow. But I've been keeping track of what I have been stitching on every day. And I had a conversation with my sister, and she was talking about her granddaughter's birthday, and I went, total brain fart. I thought it was in June, but it's in May, and I got her grandchildren mixed up, their birthdays mixed up, and so I thought, where's that project that I started? I started a project in Arizona because when I saw it, it just reminded. I just wanted to stitch it for her. She's so adorable. And so I decided, well, I better get going on that. And I remember that I had stopped in Arizona because I couldn't quite get my mind wrapped around how this thread works and how I was supposed to backstitch, because the backstitching was done, oh, let me find it here. The backstitching was done with this DMC thread that is, it kind of reminds me a little bit of Kreinik, in that it's sparkly and it's wild, but it's this, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but let me just show it to you there. It's a DMC, and it's number E3849. It's very, very pretty. Very, very pretty. but that's what you use to backstitch. And I remember at the time I started the backstitching, I was like, oh my gosh, I mean, the stuff is wild. And it really is a crazy thread. And so I'd only taken a few stitches and I stopped. But for whatever reason, whether it was the motivation or the shock that I'm running out of time, I totally backstitched the part that needed the backstitching last night. I was like motivated to get going. You know, this is what I like about this lamp. This is a Britex LED magnifier. You know, it has the magnifier. Everybody asks about it. But it's, I got it on Amazon, but the thing I like about it is because I store my thread like this with the plastic floss bags and the rings, it hangs, the ring hangs on right here on this bit, you know, little plug area. And so I have the thread kind of out of the way, but it's right there. So I worked on that, and this is how far I got. I'll show you here. And I don't know if you can see it, but there's a whole bunch of back stitching with that little shiny thread. It really is pretty. It is really pretty. And that was a vintage arts project called Dream Big Little Mermaid. So I'm kind of being a little bit monogamous with that one because it needs to get done. Of course, once it's done, I have to figure out, I want to frame it, and I'm going to have to order the frame because nothing is really opened, and I don't know when that will happen. We'll have to see when that will happen. So, yeah, that's the hard part. See, if I had been a hoarder of frames, I could have just gone and picked through one, but no. So I worked on that, and then, you know, I have my Korean peeps. I started the next little girl, and just the bottom of her dress. I'm going on that. I really love these. I really love these. Yeah, they're so sweet. So I stitched on that. But I have several months still on this one. And then because of the suggestion to stitch every Tuesday on my trees, that's a no-brainer. I can do that. I am making some progress. So I started the bush there at the bottom. And then still working on that final area on that page, and then I will oops. So got that. And then Suffrage Act, which is a sow that I'm doing with stitching with the Sisterlies. I worked on this. This is the project that I worked on with the Zoom meetup that Becca from SamBrie Stitches organizes on Mondays. It really is a fun diversion, let me tell you. And it's just nice to feel like you're stitching with somebody, you know, instead of just hanging out by yourself. But So I worked on the letters over here, you know, so that's where I am on that. I only worked on really four of my whips, although all of my whips are going to be included in my May. So I'm getting so close here. I'm getting so close. Look at it, I'm turning the corner. I turned the corner. Oh, this is gonna be gorgeous. Gorgeous. So those are the whips that I worked on, but the rest of my whips will get attention during the May Mania thing. Yeah. So now, what about Mania? I decided that I am not going to do Monday Mania. I am not going to do Mania like 20 starts. I am not going to do Mania like Insania. No. Sania Mania. I don't know. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do Friday Mania. Friday Mania. You know why? Because the first day of May is tomorrow. And if I do Friday Mania, I could do 5 starts instead of 4. It's sheer genius. It's sheer genius. The only problem I have is I don't have a project bag. Now I could make one, but I ordered one and it still hasn't come. So I'm kind of hoping that it arrives before the end of the last Friday. So I already showed you what my 4 Mania starts are, but the 5th one I added was Becca's fault. It was her fault because when I talked in the last video about, you know, trees are for Tuesdays, dark 13, the 25th is a Christmas or winter one, you know, the 7th is my birthday thing. She said, well, you have to have a 4th patriotic stitch. And I thought, well, I could maybe do the suffrage act as the patriotic, but it didn't sound like fun to do that to me. I'm already stitching on that. And I wanted something new. So since I'm starting my May with 5 new starts, one every Friday, I have that extra one that I got to choose what it was to be. And I decided to make it the patriotic one. And when I was looking through all of the charts, you know, off of the different websites, I was really attracted to Madame Chantilly's Celebrate 4th of July. I mean, this is like so adorable. And let me just show you. I mean, it's really adorable. Isn't that so cute? Well, when I contacted her, Rosanna, she was selling them by PDF, so I could get it really quickly. And it came this morning, and I printed it off. And all I need to do, and it's all DMC threads, so all I need to do is to kit it up, you know, and I now have linen. I have a linen stash. So I'm going to kit this up and start this. if I start this, if I'm able to kit it up today and I start it tomorrow, the first Friday of May, then I could stitch on it twice because tomorrow's the 1st, and then I could stitch on it on the 4th. I know, the things we do. But here's the thing, am I a genius or what? I have tried, I mean, I was like, has anyone said this before or talked about this? My eyesight is challenged. Sure, I have a magnifier, and sure, I have a great LED light, and I have strong glasses. But when I printed this PDF file out, I printed the little guide with the symbols and the threads by itself, and I enlarged it so I don't have to squint or anything to see it. I can see the thread colors, I can see the little symbols, and I am going to attach this to the inside front of the project bag. Now, is that not just sheer genius? I mean, really. You know, my eyesight has been challenging my whole life. I actually, as a child, was considered blind in my left eye, and so wore a patch for, it was very cute though. It was a pink pirate's patch. That's how they treated that particular problem back then. Try to force your brain to look out your eye that you're not seeing out of, like you're only seeing out of one side. And so I had a pink patch that I had to wear. And as an adult, I was still considered, because my eyesight was so bad in the left side, I was still considered like legally blind in that eye because it was like 2200. But with correction, with glass correction, it's been, you know, I haven't had any problems throughout my life. But I thought, why challenge it? But then, as I've gotten even older, my eyesight has switched, and so I actually can see pretty good out of my left eye. I don't know, I still have to wear glasses, but, and I wear strong readers when I'm stitching, but I thought this was genius. I thought this was genius, because then I don't have to keep flipping through the chart to look when I want to go to the next thing. It'll be all right there. Yeah, I know. Okay, on to, so that was the beginning of haul. Then this last week, I got a very sweet thank you card from Becca from SamBrie Stitches. She was thanking me for shouting out her channel. I mean, there's no thanks needed. I mean, no thanks needed at all. I just enjoy it. And what I'm finding is that there is a lot to watch on Floss Tube, and so I try to go to my go-to Floss Tubes, which are people that I know, because I want to know what they're up to, and then I try to branch out from suggestions that are made, you know. So I'm gonna do my Stitchy, which 42. She's doing those journals, which are just really an art form, and 2 Martini Stitches, Bendy Stitches, gosh, Stitching by the Lake, Stitching Between the Line, Brenda the Serial Stitcher, you know, Lost in Floss. Oh my God, I'm so happy to see Barb. Yeah, I'm so happy to see Barb back. And, you know, it just makes you feel like you can't keep putting one foot in front of the other. Yeah, because that's what we have to do right now. Well, I got this, let's see, I got, who was I watching? I was watching Stitching with the Sisterlies. And see, this is where the enabling, someone asked me on my other channel who my enablers are. It's all of you. I can honestly say it's all of you. So I was watching Stitching with the Sisterlies, and they had Liz Matthews. Now see, I'm not familiar with a lot of these designers. So I know she's part of a mother-daughter. She comes from a line of designers, I guess. And I just really enjoyed that, and I'm still learning, you know, I'm discovering new designers and stuff. But I enjoyed that interview that they did, and I immediately had to go to her site and order a chart. But what's really funny is that she includes this really nice postcard, and you get a free chart. It's, you know, with your order. And so that's really cute. That is really cute. But the chart I ordered was this one. It's kind of different, but it is. Isn't that sweet? Loved by you. Yeah. I think that's very, very pretty. 36 count weathered shingle linen by R&R. That is really, really pretty. So I got that. And then I, you know, Fortnight Fabric, you know, they, those guys crack me up. They totally crack me up. But and so I ordered some linen, naturally. I had never ordered linen from them. It still hasn't come. And I think it's because it's a May thing or something. I'm not sure. But what did come was I bought this cross-stitch key. Now, isn't that interesting? I mean, that's going to help me, I think, because it has everything on it. The corner guide, the count. Oh, look at it. It has the count. A ruler. And it tells you how many strands to use and the needle size to use with the count. This is a great reference guide. Yeah. It's exactly the type of tool I need. I'm not going to put that away. I'm going to keep that out. Well, when I got like, some days I will be more anxious than other days. Yeah, some days I'll be more anxious. And on my more anxious days, I have to be careful about shopping. Yeah. Yeah. It's those tomatoes. They were so beautiful in the store. It was so fun to go to the grocery store and see those beautiful tomatoes. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. Well, I was having one of those days, and I was on the internet watching a Floss Tube and Bendy Stitches, and I thought, I better get the floss. I better get the floss. There's definitely some sort of floss shortage going on, and some sort of linen shortage. I'm just saying. There's some colors you just can't find anymore. And so I already had this chart that I had ordered, and I had gotten this, it was the Nashville market, and so I added it to my list for acorns and threads, you know, and so I had this chart in my possession. And I had to have this chart because of the shoes. I mean, look at the shoes. They are so cute, and the little lace around the bottom of her dress, oh my gosh. But I started worrying about the floss. So I ordered, from Bendy Stitches, I ordered the floss packet, you know, for this particular project, because I said, I don't want to, I love the colors. It's totally different for me, but they are just so beautiful. So beautiful. And so I ordered all the floss pack for that. And it's all Weeks Dye Works. Oh, it's so pretty. So very pretty. So now I have that. Yeah, we're never going to get to stitching at this rate, are we? The FFO stuff. I know what this is. We're going to open it together. It's all this Lady Dot creates little trims. Oh my gosh, they're all... What can I say? Oh, thank goodness she gives... Oh, thank goodness she gives information on how to use it. Yeah, so I have some finishing stuff. This tissue paper is really cute too. I love the sound of crinkle. I love the sound of crinkle in the air. Yeah. Why? Why do I have to have every blackbird design that everybody else has? I don't know. But hearing about re-releases and hearing about the laments of people who wish they could find a chart and it's a unicorn chart or it's out of print, or and then now Blackbird, you know, Alma and I have a long history. Oh yeah. Yeah, we do. We have a long history. And so she is still tormenting me with her beauty. Yeah. So I called up, or I emailed Janine at Acorns and Threads, and I told her, Janine, this is the last email I'm sending you. If you hear from me again, don't respond. Don't respond. Because, yes, I got summer. Oh, so pretty. I got autumn. Look at that bird on the back. And I got winter. And it's because I saw this, the way it was done with all three together. This was a bad week for Hull. Yeah, 1 of 3. How can you just buy one when it says right on the cover, 1 of 3? You have to understand, it is not my fault. I come by this genetically. I'm here to tell you that my dad, he dreamed. We were a very, we were low income when I was little. We lived in the projects, what was called the projects. And but my dad was a hard worker, and I can remember one time he borrowed a rowboat from a friend, and he and I was just a little girl, were rowing in a slough area, which is where you get brackish water, fresh water and ocean water together. And we were rowing, you know, there, and he was rowing, and he was telling me, Anna, someday I'm going to have a sailboat. And, you know, I believed him. I believed him. And he worked his patootie off and owned a sailboat. And he owned every toy conceivable that one would want or use on a sailboat. And so whenever, and this is now, I'm in my teens and young adult, whenever we would be like in a sailboat race, we would have to unload all of my dad's toys off of the sailboat onto the dock, and the boat would come out of the water, you know, at least a foot, so that we had less draft when we were in the race. Yeah, all of this is my draft, my cross stitch, you know, all of this. If I took this, my house would raise up at least a foot. It's my dad's fault. Yeah. It's genetic. What can I say? This last Stitchy kindness blew me out of the water. I cried when I opened it. I said, I told you, I said, I cannot even believe it. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It means so much to me. Look at this. Is that not fabulous? This is from Becca, SamBrie Stitches. It's coffee time. We do love our coffee. We do love our coffee. You know, it's pretty funny. G and I, yeah, we love our coffee. But this is so pretty. It's so pretty. And it has that little chenille trim around the top. And what's really sweet too is the back is this kind of a soft brush cotton coffee print. And then look at the little button that's covering the hole where she stuffed it. I mean, thank you so much, Becca. This means so much to me. It is so adorable. It's coffee time. Gonna have a special place in my great room out there in the kitchen, for sure. And so there we are. We're at the end of haul and Stitchy kindness, and there's a lot of cleaning up to do. I swear, when I clean up, this house is gonna raise up a foot. Yeah. Well, I now will have 5 new starts for May. I can't wait for tomorrow. I'm not sure which one I'm going to start tomorrow. Oh, maybe it will be that, maybe it will be the Madame Chantilly, because then I can stitch on it twice. Yeah. It's a good life. It's a good life. I have to keep reminding myself of that when I'm feeling down and out, that it's still a good life, you know. I have enough to keep me busy and out of trouble. Yeah, cross stitch is kind of a big trouble thing, isn't it? It gets me into trouble. What am I talking about? Yeah. Between my quilting life and my cross-stitch life, it is a full life. You know, someone asked me if there was something else I would wish I could do, and you know, in my wildest dreams I think about punch needle. Well, Teresa Kogut is the one that makes me think about punch needle, but so far I've resisted that. I don't have the tools. Yeah, I don't have the tools, so I can't do it. I can't. Yeah. What a crack up, huh? What a crack up. Well, I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're having some peaceful moments. I hope your memory isn't failing you like mine is. Looking forward to warmer weather. Looking forward to seeing people's face in the flesh. That's what I'm looking forward to. It's something to really want. I want to see my grandchildren. That's what I'm really looking forward to. So I hope you all are healthy and know that we are going to get through this together. Yeah, we are. So take care, and we'll see you in the next video.